Alright folks, what is going on? It's Brando Linick here coming to you from my home office, and I'm actually pretty excited because what I'm going to share with you, and the whole reason why you're going to want to pay attention is I'm going to share with you guys, for those of you who are interested and you're open to learning a few things, how to live a more positive, happy life. And this is a test I want to share with you that I applied, and it took me about 30 days to actually do. Because when it comes to actually a positive, happy life, everyone has their own meaning of it. Some people, they want financial wealth, and wealth will give them material items or will be able to provide their family better. For me, going back about a year and a half ago, to be able to live more positive and happy and a more fulfilling life, ultimately I had to leave my job. That was something that would allow me to be more happy. And a year ago, I was able to build a full-time income business on the internet. Now, previous to that point, I was working as a baker in a restaurant. And I was trying to build a broken business on the internet for about 2 years. And what happened was I stumbled across a couple principles after 2.5 years of frustration and aggravation. And it was actually thrown across my way that I look into the movie The Secret, and look into like the law of attraction, study Bob Proctor, and how he talks about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and making that switch of the things that you can see in your head you can actually physically hold in your hand. And I kind of blew it off as rah-rah, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, the idea of sitting in your chair saying, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and all of a sudden you're just feeling pumped up, exhilarated, you want to go out there and destroy the world. It seemed like bogus to me, and I brushed it off at first, and it wasn't until another person came to me and they told me, Brando, you got to watch this movie, you got to pay attention, because they knew in my life at that time I was miserable. I wasn't loving life. I was down in the dumps. I was trying to build, like, guys, I want you to imagine, I was trying to build a business online, and the whole point was to leave my job. I was doing it for 2 years. Okay, some people will give up in their first 4 months or their first month or their first day. I was trying non-stop for like 3-4 hours a day, every single day consistently, for 2 years. And I had made like a sale here and there, I'd made some money here and there. It was never enough. It was so minuscule and small, it wasn't enough to please me, and I wasn't happy because of that. I was miserable. So just to give you a little bit of an insight, and I'm not here to drag down your energy, I want you to keep it uplifted, because what happened was I was actually open to putting my ego off to the side and listening to Bob Proctor and listening to these people who knew the information that I didn't know. I decided to become a student of what they knew. And what happened was I watched that movie about 3 times the same night. I learned the law of attraction. I realized you don't just sit there and say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and then you just kind of smile and hope that you're happy. I realized that in order to be happy, you need to make a decision. You need to get crystal clear on what it is that's going to make you more happy in your life. All right? And happy, it can be an introverted or an extroverted thing, meaning that it can be a stimulus that you can apply to yourself inside just by being above the ground, not being dead. All right, you're happy, you're healthy, you got family around you, that can make you happy. But if you need some exterior motivation, all right, you need to get crystal clear on what that exterior motivation it could be. It could be quitting your job. It could be making more money, all right? That could be exterior motivation for you to feel more happy and more fulfilled. For me, all right, I was happy, I had family, I had a fulfilling life, but I was getting by, and that's what was dragging me down. So I had exterior motivation to make me happy, and it was the idea and decision that I made that I was going to make it happen online. I was going to build a business online, and I was going to quit that job. That was what my exterior motivation was. And what I would do was, instead of every day getting up in the morning and dreading how I would have to go to work and dreading how my day would turn out, which it's funny enough, every time I would dread it, it would be a dreadful day. All right, I decided to flip it around, do 360, and I decided to get up every day, and in a decision, I made the decision after watching the law of attraction and watching The Secret, the movie, and how your thoughts can actually become things, and what you think about is what you feel, all right, and it's what you get back into your life, because those principles, they were applied in my life in a negative form. I decided to, instead of get up and dread things, get up in the morning and change my physiology. So I look in the mirror and I would just look at myself and I would say, you know what, I'm going to leave that job. And I would see, smell, taste, touch, and hear the environment. And I would imagine and visualize myself kinesthetically on how I was going to go about it, how I was going to, send the message to my employers, exactly what I would say. I would see and visualize myself sending the email, then going and confronting them in their face and telling them, you know what, I'm done. I'm putting in a week and a half. I'm done working here. And being confident because I would have a business that's been operating on the side to the point where, I can make enough to quit. and I would see and visualize these things, and at first I didn't even believe it. It was hard to get the mental picture in my head. It was really tough. But 30 days in, all right, 30 days in, I went from not believing I could do it to believing with sole certainty that I was going to quit my job and be successful on the internet, creating a full-time income business. I believed it without a shadow of a doubt. All right, so I became crystal clear on my intentions, an exerting, all right, motivation, okay, and that was quitting my job. So that was one of the things that I knew would make me happy. I saw myself quitting my job, and to me, that put a smile on my face, and it made me more happy. It made me more positive because I would not have someone telling me what to do and how to do it. So I had an exterior motivation. I was crystal clear on that motivation. And I didn't believe I could do it at first. And then for 30 days, every morning I would get up and see and visualize myself doing it, changing my physiology by getting right up in the morning instead of procrastinating, putting off and on the alarm. Some of you do that, I know. And I ended up believing myself that I could do it after 30 days. And what happened was I started taking action after 30 days. Didn't know what kind of action to take. I just went on the internet, started taking random action. And it's funny because in a couple weeks period of time, not even a week actually period of time, after taking action, I came across a mentor. I came across a person who was building a business and income on the internet. And it's kind of funny. It's like the universe opened up and led me down this path that I'd been struggling down for 2.5 years. But I didn't believe in myself 2.5 years of trying to build a business online. Now I believed in myself, and I found a mentor. And the mentor, my good friend and mentor, he was able to build a business on the internet, have a life at the same time without bugging friends and family because he was doing this, not putting their daughter through daycare, living a lifestyle of freedom and abundance. I began to model and copy them. And in less than 3 months after that point, I saved up enough money to quit my job and in turn create a full-time income business working part-time. And I haven't worked since 2014 of September, haven't looked back since. And if I share and you get anything across from this video that I share, it would be getting crystal clear on what it is that you want, getting an exterior motivation, what's going to make you happy, what can, other than, you know, family, friends, good health, all right, what's going to make you happy, what would make you more happy, get crystal clear, and then practice seeing and visualizing yourself already there, already accomplishing it every single day for 30 days. I want you to take this test. And it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's to quit your job. If it is, do what I did. All right, follow the exact process. And after 30 days, just start taking action. Start asking yourself, what can you do today to start getting towards your goal? What can you do? Your mind will come up with answers. Sometimes it's not the right answer at first. That's okay. You keep asking more questions and you keep searching and you'll end up getting there, all right? And that's my test I want to throw your way. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a lot of fun talking with you. As you can tell, I'm pumped up about this kind of stuff. I'm excited for you. And if you want to learn more information about how to get around the same group and community that I've been able to get around, if you want to learn to build a business and income through the internet, if this is something that may interest you to create more prosperity and positive abundance in your life, to quit your job or travel more, if you're coachable and trainable, you're willing to learn, then connect with me on my site. I'll put a link down below. The link is 123marketingtips.com. It's my site. I'll personally connect with you there, and I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.